You're never going to be able to see the thing that is really truly innovative unless you do it 10,000 times. And then the other thing that you forget about is that to improve and to get better, to actually sort of get the resources you need to make a difference in what you're actually doing, you have to do it 10,000 times before somebody actually picks up on that thing. So you might watch all of these videos, you might think that, oh man, this person is just completely tenacious, or they don't know what they're doing because they're doing all of these videos, or they're looking at the project that I'm building, the Reciprocity project, which is a sharing economy editing platform. You might think that this is rinky-dinky, or it doesn't make any sense because it is just kind of, that there's really nothing there. But in fact, what you're doing, or what I'm doing, is continuously improving and continuously building on the thing that I'm building until it becomes an actual thing. And then in 10 years from now, you can look back at all of these videos and see what it actually takes to actually build something like this, because it doesn't exist. Somebody needs to build this thing out, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of repetition. And so I'm trying to actually show you that to do anything that's important, to do anything that requires, that is going to lead to some sort of long-term success, or that's going to sort of be different in this world, it does require a tremendous amount of repetition. And now, what does this repetition feel like? It feels like you are in Groundhog Day. You wake up, you do the same thing every day. You wake up and it seems like, oh man, I have to do this again, I have to do this again, and nothing really changes. But what you forget and what you don't realize, if you look back, if you go throughout all of the, maybe even you could take that exercise, just go look at some of the older videos that I've did before, and you could see how much things have improved and what has happened. And there's reasons for this. What is happening is the technology is improving, right? The video camera, for example, I still use a cell phone, but cell phones have improved dramatically in the last 5 years. So things look better. That various different resources have been given to me. Maybe I've sort of learned the ability to speak a little bit better. Maybe I carry myself a little bit better. Maybe I'm more comfortable. But all of those things actually take a lot of time. They take a lot of work by the time you actually sort of figure out what is going on. And then you forget that what is happening is I'm figuring out what everybody else wants, and then you folks are figuring out what I am about. And that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes what's going to happen typically with almost anything like this. So this is how the general sort of acquisition for marketing or customers or whatever, anything in life, this is the way it works, is you're going to be exposed to something, and the first time you're exposed, you're going to say, this is ridiculous, this is stupid, why is this person doing this thing? Then you might get exposed again, you might bump into it, and you're like, I don't know if I get it. Then it might happen a third time, and you actually listen to what I'm saying, and you're starting to sort of, you're starting to recognize me, and it becomes kind of like familiar, and you're like, this person actually is saying something. And then by the time you hear this 10, 20, 30, 40 times, you're starting to think, hey, you know what, I actually believe in this thing. This is a real thing, and something's going to happen with this. I don't see it right now, but something's going to happen. By the time you hear it 100 times, and maybe it's 200 times, you hear the same message, the same sort of stuff that I'm doing, pretty soon you're like, man, I actually want to do something about this thing, and I actually want to participate in a more meaningful way.